Well, I think a Pro Street car is the big tires, #1, and the chassis work and the look of the big tires with the graphics and stuff like that. And
Pro Street basically is either tube chassis or rear clip on the end, roll bar, short rear end, large 21.5-inch wide tires in the back.
Generally, it's a car that's on the ground, the biggest set of tires they can find to put underneath it, and the biggest horsepower they can locate.
Well, I always tell everybody it's just a race car, it's street legal.
Pro Street look is down, hung low, body panels removable, real shiny, really nice paint jobs, big wings, big fat tires and tubs in the back, roll cages, and a whole 9 yards.
Pro Street. They combine the best of all worlds, rods, customs, and drag cars. That's the appeal.
Pro Street's supposed to simulate a pro stock drag car. The car is supposed to be legal to run on a drag strip, but also legal to run on the street.
basically designed to depict a pro stock race car with a full tube chassis, big tires in the back, little tires in the front, but have everything functional, be street driven.
Well, basically, this used to be an old super gas car, off the track 990 car, and we decided we got a hold of it, decided to go back on the street, so wanted to be different. And it gets the looks with that color.
Get a lot of different looks on the street. Everybody's got to turn their head and take a look at it. It's kind of a different car. It's not one you see every day.
Just what is Pro Street? Well, it's about the best combination of hot rod, custom car, and drag car that you'll ever find. They roll down the highways and they're bad.
I've always been Pro Street. I like the what Pro Street's all about, the big wild motor, the big tire look, and the quickness of the car. Well, that's the difference. It's something that's different, and it's unique in its own way, and people aren't quite sure half the time what it is that they're looking at, but it's certainly the look, the style, draws the attraction for them to take a look at it and try to understand or believe what the heck it is that they're looking at, really.
Is probably the ultimate drag racing photographer. He's been around it probably longer or longest as anyone. He's the guy that everyone else sort of patting himself after seeing a lot of the more exciting shots of drag racing. His files go back 25, 30 years, long before I was around the sport.
When I'm shooting these cars, my mind kind of goes into, kind of locks into just my subject, what I'm shooting, and it's basically that particular car, because every car has its own personality. And basically, I try to strive to bring that personality out because it's a blending of paint, body lines, blowers, injectors. It's basically the style of car has to be basically brought out by my photography. And once you get set, you get set. That's it. That car is the only thing I concentrate on. You can't take somebody else's knowledge and just use it. You have to blend your own feeling for things and other people's feelings. You blend them all, and you either can project that or you can't project it.
The Pro Street cars kind of emulate the drag racing success stories, and it's something that you can actually legally drive on the street, and it's definitely, it's your own personal unique style. It's individualism.
These Super Chevy shows are great. You know, it gives a lot of people a broad band of classes and everything, especially the Pro Street class. It's turned into the biggest class in the country now. People come out to see all different types of cars, all different makes of Chevrolets, racing, cars for sale, parts for sale. You got it all in one weekend.
We enjoy it. We come here and have a great time. My son and I spend some time together, meet a lot of people. We got a lot of friends coming in from Canada, and it's like old home week for us. We just have a great time.
The Super Chevy shows in Norwalk are a family event. Look at the people that are here, Mom, Dad, and the kids. Looking at the cars, watching some of the racing. They're a family out for a day, having a good time.
It brings in a real mix of people. It's a multifaceted event featuring car show, manufacturers, midway, drag racing, exhibition cars, and a flea market.
Be it with sound, be it with music, be it with color, from the standpoint of race cars and exhibition cars. We're in the entertainment business. People come here and spend their money and want to enjoy the time that they're here.
I like the Chevy cars, and it's a good time with the racing, the car show, the swap meet. There's a lot to do and a lot of nice cars.
It's a great family event. A great family event.
We're in the people business. People become, they're customers, then they become friends, and part of what we do is looking forward to seeing these people and meeting them and talking to them.
There's a lot for the spectators to do here at Super Chevy, anywhere from show cars to bracket racing to manufacturers midway to the Pro 200-mile-an-hour Pro Modified. We got the fastest cars in the world run right here with Pro Mods, and anything from blown 57 Chevy to a new late model Camaro.
It's probably the best place for us to bring what we got to run. The people treat you super good. They always race on what we feel like is some of the superior tracks across the country, and it's just a good place for us to bring a lot of horsepower and do the best we can do with it.
Now, the Parts Plus Super Chevy shows is about a 5-ring circus where we have the car show, the manufacturer's midway, which is all the nice new parts. We have a swap meet for all those hard-to-find Chevy parts, and then, of course, the B.F. Goodrich Car Show, and that's what's known as the show and shine. Anybody can enter any part of the drag race, the car show, the swap meet. It's an overall automotive happening. The event started as a way for our magazine, Super Chevy and Popular Hot Riding Guide to Muscle Cars, and we wanted to find a way to gather some of the best cars in the country so that we could do some features for our magazines. As it ended up, it became a happening a little bit different than anything that was going on at the time, and then it just grew and grew, and now we're in our 11th year.
looking for here is the quality, the workmanship, the detailedness of the car, engine category, the interior, and the body and the paint. Hi, I'm Andy Hendricks, one of the judges here at the Super Chevy event in Norwalk, Ohio. We have a lot of categories here, from the Pro Street, Pro Engineered cars, to the fairly brand new cars, which compete also, anything that's Chevy powered. We judge according to that what the exhibitor's done to the car, the amount of work, the quality, the workmanship, the detailedness of the car. Whatever the exhibitor's done, we give them credit for what they've done, no matter if it's a stock or a complete Pro Street, Pro Engineered type car where they've hand-built the chassis and hand-built all the pieces.
Pro Street car is basically designed to depict a pro stock race car with a full tube chassis, big tires in the back, little tires in the front, but have everything functional to be street driven. Just something different. It's real low to the ground and it goes real quick. The car was put together in 9 months, but it was a lot of work and just a lot of effort, a lot of welding, a lot of tube bending, cutting, and a lot of fitting and detail work. Hi, my name's Al Hines. I'm from Canada, and this is my 1992 Chevy Lumina Z34 Pro Street car.
Car's a 409. It's blown. It's fuel injected with electronic fuel injection from blower drive service. It's got a lot of chrome suspension in the car. The underneath's all fully detailed. It's got stainless steel hardware in the car throughout. It's got a 60s appeal to the car with the old style wheels and the tuck and roll interior and the turquoise paint. We wanted to keep it a little 60s looking for a different kind of style of Pro Street.
There's two kinds of different shooting involved here at the Super Chevy events. There's two different sciences involved. There's the show cars, which is kind of like taking a automobile, truck, whatever, and trying to make it like painting, presenting it like a painting, and the canvas being the pages of Super Chevy magazine. The racing aspect is more of a, I would say, more of a violent or a poetic type of photography that has to be captured to enhance the car, and you have to worry about racetrack backgrounds. You have to involve both equally to have a real good balance. You just want to keep your readers happy, but presenting these on the pages, it takes a little bit of practice to do that, and we really try. Francis Butler and myself, we try to put everything in the pages so everybody's happy.
August publishers are great. They really are. Putting on Super Chevy Magazine, Popular Hot Rodding, and the rest. They pick out a majority of cars to be in their magazines. They're really fair about it, and it's a lot of fun. Street is on the radical edge of driving the car to the limit, putting all the pieces that a pro stocker would, and having the tenacity of driving it on the street.
name's Kevin Stitch. This is my Pro Street 1940 Willys. It's a steel body with a 4130 Molly chassis. It's got a strut front end under it, 500-inch blown Chevrolet big block with dual quads. Pushes 804 horsepower. The rear end is a Ford 9-inch with a strange aluminum center section and a spool, 411 gear. In the trunk, we've got a 22-gallon fuel cell for a little bit of an extended cruising range. Tires are Mickey Thompson's in the rear, Michelin's in the front. In the interior, we find the arc panel, which is all the functions of the motor in the car, lighting, autometer, ProComp, memory tach, autometer gauges. We've got brushed aluminum for the interior that's set behind the 4130 chassis. It's got JFZ fiberglass buckets that were upholstered, and then we've got a full 5-point RGS safety harness. I don't know, it's just a joy to drive it up and down the road because of the people that we meet and the looks we get. It's a lot of fun.
Different, really. You get some of them that got the superchargers on it, you know, back to somewhat of the way this car's set up with a tune port. You can drive it anywhere you want. It doesn't run hot. You get on the highway and 65 miles an hour if you want to do it, but basically they're built all different ways. It's an Austin chassis, complete tube chassis. They use them in they used to be a Pro Stock chassis at one time. Now they're all different, but the car's set up. It could be drag raced real easy, but I like to keep it on the street. It gets about probably 12 miles to a gallon. It doesn't do too bad. The only thing is you got to run racing gas in it, and that gets a little expensive. But other than that, you know, it drives real nice.
Pro Street street rod usually has a highly modified or blown motor into it. Chassis is set up a little differently. Of course, the Pro Street runs the big 17-inch tires on the back of it. Some of the guys utilize the wheelie bars on the back to emphasize the Pro Street look. But all in all, it's more or less the going back to the nostalgia type time when what they used to race on the drag strip. That particular look.
I guess Pro Street is a matter of tubbing it. The 21-inch Pro Street tires and the wheel tubs. Horsepower and tires.
Ford, have a 468 blowing Chevy in it, 671 blower, two 750 double pumper Hollies. Probably about run around 126 in 12 seconds at the quarter. Back when you was a kid and you wanted something like this, couldn't have it. Now you got it. Pro Street, just big tires, big motor, show and go.